Hey guys, we're going to talk about barefoot running today. Barefoot running is important because it's how we were born to run. It's natural. Shoes disrupt our natural movement patterns, and especially the big squishy heel. It allows us to run incorrectly, which gives us injuries. A lot of people will get shin splints from their shoes, so they go and switch to a different shoe, hoping that helps it. And what barefoot running does is it addresses the problem, not just the symptom. So I've even seen people in the gym take off their shoes. They squat better, they jump better, they lift better because they're more grounded, their body's moving more naturally, and they can use their body more efficiently. Shoes are also expensive, and you got to replace them after so many miles. You do not wear out your feet the same way that you wear out running shoes, so you don't have to replace your feet every so many miles. Your feet regenerate on their own. So it's a lot less expensive to just run barefoot. You can't just kick off your shoes, start running barefoot though, and expect all your injuries to go away. You do need to learn how to do it, especially if you've been a runner for a long time. You probably have a bunch of incorrect habits to break. So a few things to know before you start barefoot running. Be mindful of where you are running. You should be able to barefoot run on any surface. However, people are stupid and they litter. There has been glass, nails, screws, whatever, rocks. Be mindful of where you're running. You don't want to check the ground out the whole time. Just be aware of where you're running and avoid anything that's going to hurt you. You're going to have to change how you run. So make sure to listen to all these points and try them out. You also need to listen to your body. You can't, if you're an experienced marathoner, I wouldn't kick your Brooks off and then go for your next marathon barefoot and expect to be okay. Take it one step at a time. Try it more than once. It's not going to be comfortable in just one shot. You got to practice just like anything else. Don't wear headphones. You need to be able to hear your feet. You shouldn't be able to hear much from your feet, but if you hear, you're running way too hard. And you won't know that if you've got headphones in. You'll just know that your feet hurt. Don't time it. You're probably not going to go as fast your first barefoot run, and it's going to be a little disappointing. You got to practice it. That's fine. Don't set yourself an unrealistic goal at the time. And also, this is not minimal running shoe instruction. Minimal running shoe is not barefoot. One of the benefits of barefoot is getting your bare sole to touch the ground. You get grounded with the floor. There is a difference between running barefoot and running in Vibrams. This is barefoot. From the waist up, actually all of the points that we're going to talk about, you can practice these with shoes on as well. So if you're just not ready to kick your shoes off, practice all of the other things as well as much as you can. All right, so I'm going to talk from the head down. From the waist up, it's very basic. It's just you want a neutral body. You want a neutral head. You want it right up over your shoulders, right over your sternum, over your chest, and it should be right here. Like I said, you don't want to be looking down at the ground. You don't want to be nose forward. It's just right over your shoulders. Your shoulders need to be nice and relaxed. You should be able to see your neck. You don't want your shoulders to become earmuffs, okay? It's not this. Nice and relaxed, allowing your arms to sway naturally. You shouldn't really be forcing your arms to do much. They should just naturally move. And you also want to make sure that you're not breathing in your chest. It should be a nice, relaxed belly breathing, okay? And the more you get better at running, the more it's just relaxing. Your hips, you want to make sure to keep those pretty much right underneath your shoulders. There should be a fairly straight line, not a rigid line, but a fairly neutral straight line from head to hips. And you want to make sure that you're not breaking at the hip to lean forward to get that, gravity pull forward to help you. That's breaking your system, and then your body's working in two parts instead of one. You also don't want to break at the hip here, get that booty going. Everybody will look at it, a little inappropriate. So make sure to keep a nice neutral line. From the waist down is where it gets a little more complicated, and this is what takes a lot of practice. So I'm going to start with the feet. With your feet, when you hit, a lot of runners, they take that long stride, bam, hit their heel, and then kick that back leg out, long stride, bam. If you do that barefooted, it's going to hurt really bad, and you'll give yourself lots of injuries. You want to keep your feet pretty much right beneath you, a little bit behind you. And when you place your foot, it should almost recoil a little bit, like it knows it's not stepping on marshmallows. It's going to recoil a little, and then it's like a toe ball heel. Yes, your heel does hit the ground, and then it'll come off in reverse, okay? Your heel does not slam into the ground, but if you keep your off the ground entirely, your calf and your shin never get a break. So here, okay, that's what your feet should be doing. And it's very, very gentle as you do this. To keep it gentle, you have to use your knees as a spring and a cushion, okay? So all of these muscles here are going to take over. Instead of slamming into the ground, freezing your leg here, and then taking your next slamming step. When you do that, it hits your ankle joint, your knee joint, your hip, your back. It even makes your shoulders tense up because it hurts. You're going to take a step, and then you're going to absorb the impact. Take a step, absorb the impact. It's going to save all of your joints, and that is one of the, in my opinion, for me personally, the most important point, and I'm still working on it. It takes practice. And how to do this is to make sure you're looking straight ahead at something. Try not to let it bounce up and down, because that means this is how you're running. You want to try to keep low, bend those knees, bring your feet up just enough each step so that you're not scuffing your toes. So really, barefoot running is also teaching you minimal effort. You know, aside from having to learn the whole cushioning knee bend, barefoot running is running with as minimal effort as possible. Run smarter, not harder. And after a while, you'll probably notice some of those joint pains are going away. You can run further, longer, run a little bit faster without any of the compression sleeve or a knee brace or a foot shoe insert. So give it a try. Give it a few more times than just one. And if you try all of these out and you're just not getting it, come in, have someone watch you, videotape yourself. There may just be something that you're missing that you need to see.